Welcome to We Are Dads Too. Singaporeans and human beings in general are living longer today, and to enjoy this longer life, it is essential to stay healthy and avoid suffering chronic illnesses in old age. Today, we have Daryl Sung as our guest. He is a husband, father, and physical educator. He believes in keeping fit and staying healthy and does them with a passion. Welcome, Daryl, to We Are Dads Too.
Oh, thank you, Parkson, and welcome to everyone. I'm very glad to be here. Big morning hi to Hafiz as well.
Hi, Daryl.
All of us looking healthy.
Yes,
I'm sure you're smiling more because it's a school holiday.
Oh, yes. You can see I'm very happy as well, so that I can sleep a little longer.
Okay, except for today, we woke you up because of this podcast. All right. Now, first question. What do you think fatherhood is about?
Wow. Okay. I guess the name already said for itself, right? Fatherhood is about being a father to young children, and I think not just young children, but all the way to they reach adulthood. Just that when they're adults, I think the game changed a bit. It's good to be a friend to your kids when you're adults. Yeah, but at a young age, I think the authority comes a bit more, and there's a lot of guidance. It's about training. I believe fatherhood is a lot about training and being that voice for your family throughout their years of growing and learning. Yeah, it's just that like I said, the game changes when the age progresses, but the guidance and the presence is always there. Yeah, my kid's still young, so I'm still learning how to be a good father. Yep.
You're so lucky, Daryl. You have someone to ask you what is fatherhood about at this age. So you still have young kids. When I was having young kids, nobody asked me this question. Then I assumed that I know about fatherhood, and later I found out that there's a lot that we do not know.
Yeah, it's true. I'm thankful also that I had community and people that directed me to places where I can learn how to be a father. Yeah, because I think a lot of our older generation didn't have that, and they just do as it goes, and learn from your parents. The best way to learn, right? But sometimes not the best. if you see how things are changing, and I'm glad that I could go through some training. Yeah.
Wow, you mentioned the word training. So, yeah, the question now is, whether everyone should be, to some extent, trained before they even become parents. Just like you would not allow anyone to drive a car, without taking lessons and passing a test, because lives are at stake, isn't it? I mean, you don't want to injure or at worst, kill someone. So parenting is also something that involves lives, and you can either impact them for good or impact them for negatively for the whole life. Yeah. Well, today we are talking about fitness and health, and the reason why we have invited you as our guest is because clearly you seem to be very passionate about keeping fit and staying healthy. From judging from your social media posts, you are a runner. I mean, you post, your running times and your distance. I think you are using certain app, maybe the Run Keeper or something like that. So tell us, why are you so passionate about this?
I think to keep it short, I can go on forever.
Oh, sure, go on forever.
No, I think we have to keep it short, right? I think running helps me to keep my holistic health. I see it that way. Not just my physical health, but mental, emotional, even my spiritual health per se. Yeah, because as y'all know, right? maybe some of you don't know, but exercising really helps to produce a lot of hormones and neurotransmitters and in your brain, in your body, and it has a very positive effect, like holistically, when you exercise. I mean, we all know that some people knows the term runner's high, right? There's a lot of all the happy hormones, endorphins, what's it called that? Dopamine, your oxytocin. These are all your happy hormones, and it all comes out when we go running. And put it aside. Other than this, of course, your physical health, okay, your health-related fitness, your heart, your endurance, and also giving myself that time. Running is like me time to me, you know. I love my me time also. Some of us, so other than being in a cafe with a book or coffee, being outside running, okay, keeps me sane, you know, from my family and friends also. You know, sometimes getting out of the house, just being away from my kids for that short half an hour, 45 minutes, you know, to exercise helps me mentally as well, emotionally and spiritually for myself. I pray a lot when I run. So as you can see, holistically, it helps me a lot in my daily life. So I do it with passion because I want to keep myself healthy for the long haul. So then, not that I really love running, you know, I would love to play sports actually a lot more. But I think you all agree with me. Playing sports means you need kaki, right? You need to find people. A little bit more challenging. You need equipment. You need a space.
place, yeah.
Yeah, you need a community.
And you need to pay.
Good. Yes, you need to pay. You need to organize. Okay, not impossible, but I think at certain seasons of our lives, you prefer something easier, maybe something that is at your doorstep, which is to put your shoes there and you can go. You know, and I think to me, running is easy, convenient, and maybe most effective to me. Yeah, maybe not to some of you, but to me, it's very effective, lah. Yeah, so that's why I'm passionate about it.
But it's can be bad for your knees, right?
Depends. There's a lot of school of thoughts as well, because that one goes into technique of running already. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. Well, I do run, but for many years after national service, especially, you know, I never ran. The only time I ran was after a bus. That's how much I love running. You know, I mean, even during the NS days, I always fail my 2.4, except for maybe a few times, because you say you enjoy. You know, you have all the hormones that are being released, the happy hormones and all that. When you run, for me, it's just three things: toil, sweat, and tears.
So
Okay.
Daryl, just to gauge, what's your 2.4 km timing?
Well, if I mean, Paksan has been seeing my social media posts. I just did my it's so-called my last IPPT lah, because I'm 40 this year. So I managed to squeeze in my last one, which I have been wanting to for the longest time. Because I mean, for many that don't know, I had a ACL tear, complete tear of my knee in 2015. So I was down PES, couldn't do IPPT for a long time. I went through surgery, recovery, then I came back. So I told my doctor, up past me back when I'm ready to take it one more time. And I wanted to do this new system. As you all know, IPPT changed to a new system, right? Instead of 5 stations to back to 3 stations. So I really wanted. And then this year it was postponed twice because of the measures. And I managed to squeeze in just before my window closed. My birthday was 1st September. Yeah, and I was almost blown away by what I did, because I didn't train in a sense. I used to train for it a little bit, but this time around I just
sub 9 minutes.
No lah. No need so fast, lah, Hafiz. Yeah, so by the time I finish my 2 stations, which is my push-up and sit-ups, I check my score. So to get goal lah, I just need to run 10:40. Yeah, I can get my goal already. Yeah, but then I went to look at the charts, how to get maximum points lah. Give myself a goal, and I told myself I'll go for it. So they said that I need to go below 9:40 to get maximum points, which I don't need. Yeah, so I just went for it lah. And I think because of my regular running and helped me to build a bit of my fitness and speed. Yeah, it was quite a brisk run for me, but fast. I was surprised. So I got went back to my army days time. Yeah, wow, I got a 9:27.
Wow, at 40, to
Wow,
get that
Yeah.
very timing is a dream for me.
So
Anyway, it shows that the fact that you had a goal and you work on that goal and you were very, very adamant about achieving that goal. I mean, despite the challenges that you had, is itself something to learn from.
yeah, it's so I think I can see that training is not just also a one-off thing. I think with consistency and regular training, or with a more long-lasting end goal in mind, it helps you stay in this keeping healthy more passionately lah, and with maybe more rewards at the end. Yeah.
So Daryl, when you were younger, when you were a child, for example, were you a very active child?
I think we know lah.
Mischievous.
we are all boys lah, right? Yeah, we monkey around, climb and all. I think in our olden days, not olden, but compared to now, we have a lot more chance to be active and more chance to move than now. Now we move the fingers a little bit more. Especially this action, right? This action. Yeah. So, but that is not really what we grew up with. So I think I'm not normal boy, like to play football. Yeah. So active in that sense. Yes, I play a lot of football. Catching, last time catching was a very in type
Very
of
in thing, yeah?
yeah, right. Catching in school nowadays, like there still is actually kids love catching, but not a lot of you don't see a lot of kids do that in school anymore.
Yeah, because the adults will keep telling the kids, stop running.
Yeah, so I guess in that sense, I was active, and I think a lot of us were active way back then because there was more opportunities to move, climb, row, and be more. In a sense, we have more permission to move, lah.
And more importantly, no gadget.
Yeah.
Yes.
The alternatives are few.
No need alternate. Only got one alternative, which is the device.
Yeah.
It's either device or nothing. So it's tough.
Daryl, you are a PE teacher, right, in school, and
Yep.
What are some of the trends that you have noticed about our children's activeness or fitness, and what brings you concern?
Well, in school, because we teach PE lessons, right? And if you ask me, PE lessons, as much as twice or 3 times a week, just 1 hour, not sufficient. But still, these 2 years even worse. No more PE, online, right? As much as we try to do, as much as we can, but we know that it will never replace a physical setting. Yeah, but other than that, I think the main issue is we call it the sedentary lifestyle for our kids. Also because of how they were raised up, maybe how their family functions, the sedentary lifestyle passed on to their kids. So a lot of devices. These 2 years, it has grown exponentially as well, the need for device. And thus, being at home, we also talk about not just using device, because using device, and also even if you are not using, they are just at home. They are not outdoors. They are not outdoors playing. So holistically also affect. We talk a lot about eyesight in school. So myopic, being outdoors is important. Don't look at things always. When we are at home, we always see things very near, right? Everything is very close range to you. So that affects the eye. So we need to see things far. So when you're outdoors, things are further. Then you get to see the green. So a lot of these things, if you add them all together, the health of the child is pretty much affected, because they can't move, they can't go outdoors, and they are stuck to their device. They are always studying. Yeah, and movement helps a lot, no, in growing in the brain. Yeah, if you want, I can talk a little bit about this.
Hey listeners, Paksen and I are very excited to tell you about something new that's happening. We are starting a book club and would like you to join us. There are vast amounts of knowledge and wisdom in books that are readily accessible to everyone. Reading is also a way to learn from experts in various fields. Not a reader? No problem. Follow our podcast and listen to the episode where Paksen and I discuss and summarize a book or a portion of a book. We will use that as the starting point for our book club discussion. We will meet on the first Wednesday of every month and find out how to join our Instagram and Facebook pages. We'll see you there. And now, back to the podcast.
Daryl, you have 3 keys to health and fitness. Can you share what they are? It has to do with exercise, eating, sleeping. Yeah. What are your 3 keys to healthy lifestyle and fitness?
So for me, I believe in exercise regularly, and eat sensibly, and rest adequately. Yeah.
Wow, that rhymes. Can you elaborate a little bit about each one of them?
So as we mentioned earlier, right? So exercise has to be regular. So it cannot be I think one of the trends in Singapore is like, got running event coming up, then we run, But I think it has to be something that as regular as you would like to eat, lah. Okay, then you should exercise, right? We do
3
regular.
times a day,
We do regular eating, right?
5 times a day. Yeah, that's right.
So regular eating, so exercise should be regular also. But thankfully, eating is not regularly, so I put it as eating sensibly. So other than eating regularly, the type of food we eat, when we talk about a balanced diet, is very important, right? In school, we teach a lot about half your plate, should be fruits and vegetable. Yeah, not
Wow.
half the plate with rice and noodle, or prata. Yeah, you all laugh, you all know, right? Our Singapore diet is half or full plate carbo, right? So, as I think, keep that as a rule of thumb. We are actually okay. So eat sensibly. Not that we can't eat any dessert or so and so forth once in a while, but being regular in keeping a habitual, balanced diet is important. And of course, lastly is rest adequately. Singapore is one of the worst, if I'm not wrong, in terms of our number of sleep hours. I think
I think we are the second most sleep deprived nation in the world. I think second after Japan, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And one of the most fatigued nation.
Yeah, right. And usually from the first world countries, right? Yeah. So we work a lot but sleep very little. I think for adults, if we can hit 7 hours is good. More is a luxury, but just 7 alone, I think not a very good stats we have in Singapore. We are like 4 and 5. Yeah. So rest in that sense need to be adequate, but rest holistically in terms of giving yourself time away from work, mental rest, emotional rest, all comes under the whole package lah. That's why I love running, right? Everything can go inside, help me in everything, but still must sleep lah. That's something I work on a lot. I'm trying to work on it. It's one of the harder ones. That's why I say today I'm very happy because holiday can sleep a little bit more. Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned about doing all this, right? Exercise regularly, sensibly, and adequately, but it's a matter of doing it consistently and so on. So why is difficult for many to start first? Even to start is too difficult, and then to sustain is another thing and be consistent. Just to do things that make us to remain healthy and fit. Maybe you can share some of the effective ways to overcome that.
I think both is tough to start and to maintain. So maybe talk about to start first lah. I think to start easier for everyone because I think a lot of us want to kickstart something. So I think to start is what is our priority in life? Like is health a priority? If health is a priority, then it's easier for us to put it as a goal. It's just like can you all live without your handphone one day? Good. It's tough, right? Nowadays we cannot. We go out of house, if we put our handphone at home, we panic. We have to somehow we will literally rush back to take it. That's how.
No, nowadays you need it because you need to use the Trace Together app.
I use token lah. Don't need the app. Yeah. So how important is it to you? Is it that important that you will do something about it, or you will leave it there lying until something happens? So there are two types of people, right? Some people is you wait for change, or you be the one that you are the game changer. So if you don't want to wait for health to hit you bad, then you start now first lah. You start now. That's how you start. I think a lot of people start in that sense. Either when health hits you, or I'm at a certain age now. Okay, better take care. Okay, let's start doing something. And once you start, I think you will have a certain plan you want in mind, and that's how you get things started, right? So I think first of all for me is that health is priority for me to help my other areas in my life. So I get started. Then we come to maintain, right? How to maintain? Every time start, then 3-4 days later you lose motivation, or the result not good, you lose motivation, or you look worse still, you look at social media. Wow, all the other people doing so many things. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I lose motivation. Better don't look at social media.
Yeah.
So discouraged. Either you get more encouraged or you get super discouraged. So a lot of factors come in. So I think I don't have one answer to fit all. I think getting a good community will help you. For guys, or even ladies, we want to have a partner, someone that can keep track, accountability. Even running can go in pairs, right? Or in a group. There are so many running groups in Singapore. Hiking is like picking up so fast these 2 years. Cycling, right? So I think a group always helps because it keeps the momentum. Yeah, sometimes we find it harder to motivate ourselves when we are alone. Yeah, unless it's that big a conviction in your heart that you want to do it. I believe individuals can do it also. Yeah, no hard and fast rule. Yeah, we are all different.
I always notice that like for example, Chinese New Year period, right? And there's a lot of feasting, and eating all kind of things, and it's a Chinese New Year period. I see, I just live across from the park, and there's this track that goes around it. I see more people running during the Chinese New Year period, I guess trying to burn off all the calories that they have consumed, during that festive period. So there's this, I guess that's one form of motivation. But I think talking about
I get three pinpoints now that when you say 3 P's. One is the purpose. Second is your personal goal, and third is people. So just, I mean, it helps me to remember what you said just
Yeah,
now.
I sorry, just interrupt. So people, right? So something came to my mind. I think one good way is that we all need reminders. We need to be reminded that, or encourage, someone to just uh, knock at your head lah, hey,
Give you a nudge.
don't stop, keep going, or motivate you or encourage you. We need that, because after a while we just get sucked back into our daily rut and routine, and we get stressed out with work again. Then we need to get reminded again. We need to get motivated again, and we don't want the reminders to be a health crisis. You see, right?
Oh yeah.
We don't want the reminder to come when
It's
we
more
need
like a
to.
wake-up call than a
Yeah.
reminder.
Yeah, but a lot of people take that becomes your reminder, and
Mm.
it's sometimes it's too late. You see, yeah, and we don't want to reach that stage. We want to be at the place where the reminders are positive one. Yeah.
Yeah, well, people is so important, but having your own personal goal is important, because when you said something about don't compare with other people, I mean, you get discouraged. If you have a strong personal goal, you don't compare with others. You compare yourself. What you have done yesterday, you have done last week. If you're doing it better, move ahead, and you get motivated because of that. But most of us become discouraged, as you said, for no reason. We compare ourselves with other people who actually doesn't make sense. I mean, they have their own goal, they have their own strength and weakness. Sometimes in social media, we only see the good stuff. People
Yes.
want only
Yes.
to show the good things happening, the challenges, all the dirty things that they have. I mean, all the challenges that they go through, all the weaknesses that they have. They don't show. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't want people to show all their weaknesses on social media anyway. But that's the tendency, right? And when
Yes.
we take in those things without thinking, without perceiving correctly, we become demotivated for nothing.
Yeah, that's why I believe in our personal journey. Yeah, this word journey, I think, has been downplayed a lot. I think one good example, you look at our Singapore swimmer Joseph Schooling, right? So many people downplay just because he didn't do well this time. But what about his journey? People don't see his journey that he has went through. What are the ups and downs? What are the challenges? What are the challenges after hitting a peak and then coming into this? There's so many things to take into consideration, no? Yeah, that's what I call a journey. So, someone's health is the same. You want to start being healthy. You don't go and look at 101 things, but where are you now? What have you been doing? If you have not been eating vegetables your whole life, don't think of eating a bowl of salad every day, no? Right? That's very discouraging, You better start eating maybe once for 3 of your meals maybe in a week, or something like that. So that's what I call a journey. You have to know yourself, and then you start from there, and then find people that can give you advice on that, instead of people that are already doing so well, or get into that momentum that you don't want to get into, or worse still, you are so fast and then you get injured, or you get into depression because you can't do it, no? So not easy ball game, but I think you good point that you said lah. Don't compare, don't compare. Your personal journey is important.
Yeah, I think running with other people or exercising with friends or a group, it works for some. For me, it doesn't work. I prefer to do it alone. So many people ask me, do you exercise or run with your wife? I said no, because my wife is the runner. My wife ran the marathon when she was 52 years old, and even today, whenever she can, she will run about 10 to 12K each time. Anything less than that, she will come home very dissatisfied. Alamak, so short. So I said, I don't think I want to run with her. I did it once recently, and I think only could keep up with her for 1 kilometer. After that, I let her go ahead. I said, I don't want to hold you back. So how do you get your family involved? Because I'm sure, as a father, you want to raise your kids, right, with this active and healthy lifestyle also. So how do you do it? Do you have any formula? What do you do with your kids, for example?
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Pakson. Speaking about my wife, since you talk about your wife,
I'll talk about my wife later.
Which one? He better or worse?
I'll only say the good things.
I'll speak about my wife because hopefully she don't mind. But we speak about journey lah. So as much as I would love my wife to go jogging with me, go jog far with me. But the truth of the matter is, like I said, firstly, she don't like running. Secondly, she hasn't been active for a while, especially ever since my two kids are out. A little bit. It was a bit down for a while because you take on the motherly role, motherhood. So getting her back is not easy. So she cannot run my pace. She cannot run as far, but yet I hope to get her back on track, right? Be fit. So she loves cycling, right? That's okay lah, cycle lah, right? So she cycle, I run lah. At least still same pace,
wow.
right?
About same pace. Either she cycle very slow or you run very slow.
She cycle very slow.
Oh, very fast. Sorry.
She cycle very slow. Yeah. So that in a way can help to encourage her as well. So the point is not to do what I like. The point is to get her to move lah.
Mm.
And
so
how
saying, right? If you want to go fast, you do it alone. Go far, you do it together.
Yes. And my so that's my goal, that I want her to move regularly a bit more. Yeah. So for example, so this year itself, we sign up our kids for some athletics class lah, by Active SG at some stadium. So that is a routine, right? Every week have. So we make it a point that when we bring them, the kids, then me and my wife go and exercise lah. You know what I mean? So then it got her started. No choice also. She's there with me. Then I say, okay, why not we make use of this time? And initially we did jogging, but she don't really like lah. So in the end, she went cycling, which is fine, as long as all of us are moving together and regularly. That's more important. Yeah. So that's my wife. You don't have to. There's no hard and fast rule, but they need to take it slow. Like I said, she hasn't been moving for 5-6 years, and then you ask her to move already is good. You don't ask her to move fast. You don't ask her to move what she don't like. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was a good example, I think, for myself, in my expectations also for my wife. Sometimes, guys, hey, wow, you want her to do so many things, then in the end she don't do. Yeah. So that's not too good also, right? Yeah. So
I think in some things like exercise, you need to enjoy it. If the moment you're enjoying it, you say, wow, this is torturous. Why am I torturing myself to do all these things? What's is it worth it and all? Well, it is worth it, but once you take the joy out of it, you don't look forward to it anymore.
Yeah, I think it goes for everything else, right? Even our work, whatever we do, if we enjoy it, time passes so fast, and we are more productive. But it's to find that the secret ingredient of what is that thing that we enjoy to do. Sometimes it's a challenge also.
and still help us to move, right? Yeah. So I believe that for my family, I think Park Sung was asking, instead of bombarding them with tuition and stuff like that and so on and so forth, I believe that bringing them outdoors, getting them to move is very important for their young age. I think I fall short of sharing just now, is like in school also. That's why I believe in what I do. I teach in school because the whole point of movement helps your brain. Yeah, I always tell my students, the healthier your brain, the stronger, the smarter, and the happier you get. Because the truth of the matter is exercise stimulates your brain. Your brain cells will grow when you move. It will help you to boost your learning naturally. These are all natural. So we go the natural way. It helps you to enhance your memory. It will reduce depression, because of the hormones that's being released. and like it or not, movement help you to pay attention. Yeah.
Yeah, when you say all this, I think there's a disconnect, right? I wanted to be a PE teacher, and I see now a lot of my friends PE teacher, they say that, the school does not provide the kind of importance of physical education. Of course, things have changed much better, but I look forward to the time in which people see, parents, school, and even the students see, doing well in mathematics, in science, and in English languages is as important, as doing well in your physical education and your physical and for your mental health especially.
It's shifting a little bit, Hafiz. So now we call it the PAM subjects, PE, music, and arts, is becoming a little bit more balanced with the academic subjects. Yeah, that's why there's a shift. We get it become a more specialized area where specialized teachers teach, because we see it as importance. And over the years, you see our PE periods increase as well. Our curriculum change, our syllabus have been revised, and we are putting more emphasis on it. Yeah, but as much as we can do in school, we always the family plays an important role in setting the culture. Yeah.
Yep, that's right. Well, I think being active and keeping ourselves fit is also, we need to have a long-term view, because as we grow older and older, which many people are, that's the most effective way to stay away from all those chronic illnesses. And as you grow older, a few things are important, like agility, strength, flexibility, and things like that, so that you also reduce the chances of you having injuries, like falling down and breaking certain bones, and after that having to be immobile for long periods of time or for the rest of your life. So I think we need to also have that kind of long-term view, because I guess from the age of 40, we are already going downhill. So we better do something about it. Otherwise, you will really roll downhill instead of just going downhill. You will roll down the hill, and hit the rock bottom. So Daryl, we want to thank you for spending this time with us and coming on the program to talk about, fitness and all that. And we wish you all the best, and wish that your family will be an example of active and healthy lifestyle to all of us. So thank you again, and have a nice day.
All right, thank you, Daryl.
Thank you, Hafiz. Thank you, Parson.
Yeah. Well, this has been the We Are Dads 2 podcast. Thank you for listening. If you have enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us so that you will not miss any future episodes. Also, do let your fellow dads know about this podcast. If you would like to react to what you have heard today, just head to one of our social media platforms. We are on Instagram and Facebook. Or you can email us at wearedads2@gmail.com. Till the next time, this is Hafiz and Parkson signing off.